wabarakatuh. Selamat datang di channel Tritanto. Tritanto bersama saya Anto Sutanto. Kali ini kita akan travel. Tapi travelnya di dunia maya. Kita akan ke Inggris. Tepatnya nanti kita akan bicara dengan seseorang yang saya kenal dulu ketika saya kuliah di Australia. Kita dikenalkan di salah satu sebuah klub dansa namanya Latin Jive. Itu a mixture between jive, lambada, and samba. Dari situ kita ketemu, ya. Nah, aku mau mengangkat cerita ini part 1 ya. Jadi COVID around the world. Yang pertamanya ya di Inggris ini dengan kawan saya. Oke, langsung saja yuk. Please introduce the one and only. Her name is Lisa. Hello, Lisa. How are you?
Hi.
Hello.
Hello. How are you?
You look gorgeous as always.
You do.
You look still the same though. Since the last time I saw you. When was this again? Yeah.
Oh God, this is a long time ago now.
I know.
But you still dancing?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm still dancing. I'm still dancing salsa.
Oh wow.
Yeah. You can see it on one of my YouTube my video, my podcast. I'm doing a salsa as well. So are you still dancing though?
No, I'm not dancing now. I don't have lots of time because I have a child and it seems to take a lot of time. But no, I haven't been dancing. And also, we don't have really good dance classes here. And now I'm not in London either. So I'm in Lincoln, which is pretty much kind of like a little bit in the middle of nowhere. So not a lot of stuff happens here. That's really
so how many?
One dance class that's sort of okay, but that's about it.
Okay, so how many hours from London? Lincoln.
Well, it's 2.5 hours in the car, and yeah, it's 2.5 hours in the car. So if I take a train, I'm going to drive, say, 40 minutes to the train station, wait for the train. Train's maybe an hour and 10 minutes. Then when I make King's Cross, then I have to get another train to where I want to go.
Okay, so how do you spell it? Lincoln? Lincoln?
Yeah, that's really good. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So it's 2.5 hours drive from London, yeah?
Yeah.
And why Lincoln? Why not somewhere else?
So we lived outside of London, and then I had a baby, and this was a little bit difficult with a little baby. And so my mum used to come and visit us, and that was really good when she came to visit because everything was clean and everything was orderly. And we were like, okay, let's go and live in Lincolnshire, because after living in London for like, I don't know, 15, 20 years, it's quite busy, it's quite expensive, it's quite polluted, and it's a bit tired, especially when you haven't got a really big garden and stuff for your kid in London. So it's quite small and they're expensive. But here, well, yeah, I've got a big garden, a big garden out the front. We have lots of space. It's cheaper. My mom's in the around the corner, so it's a little bit more boring, should we say? But like we have lots of nature and things safe, and it's cheaper, and it's nice for children to grow up in that sort of place.
So please tell us what do you do at the moment before we jump into the topic that we're going to talk about?
Well, I am a freelance graphic designer, but I gave that up in London to come.
What designer? Sorry.
Graphic design.
Oh, graphic design.
Yeah, design for print. But I wanted to be a full-time mum, so I've been a full-time mum, but now my child has gone to school. So I think next month I have a job. So it's part-time, working from home, design work, but also I do photography, events photography, but I'm just getting into that, so it's slow.
Right, okay. So, my first question about this, pandemic, COVID-19, what's exactly, in your mind whenever it's, that there's a virus, this type of virus, what sort of happening in your mind? Because I personally, I don't believe at first, but you know, during time flies, and my friends, my neighbors got infected, and I started to believe it. So what sort of
So are your
come up in
friends
your
and
mind?
neighbours, are they okay? Your
Sorry.
friends, are your friends and neighbours
Oh
okay?
yeah, yeah, they're okay. Some of them are passed away, but some of them are okay now. We got all vaccinated, and but first, as I said earlier, I don't believe that there is a kind of virus like that. What?
Yeah, I mean,
Mhm.
at first I thought, well, at first, like I had like a friend send me a video of something bad, and I thought she's just such a gossip. It's such a load of rubbish. I won't listen to that. Then the next day, another friend sends something similar, and then they started to panic me. So, um, I mean, that's the past, and I don't think that anymore. So, yeah, I mean, I know there's a virus out there, but for me, we just we don't listen to the news, we don't listen to the press, we just get on with our lives and we have a nice life because it's created so many problems, and we just don't want to live with problems anymore of being
Right,
locked in the house and all of that sort of stuff. So
right.
I don't know because I don't have the answers. I don't know what they should have done, but locking people in houses when it's really dark and cold in winter for months on end creates mental problems for a lot of
That's right.
people.
Yep, yep,
Yeah,
yeah. Same
and
here.
really,
Hmm.
really destructive. So
Hmm.
I don't think there'll ever be another lockdown again. So for me, it's just in the past, and we just need to get on and do our thing.
Yep. Have you your family, friends, or colleagues exposed to that virus?
Yeah, some people have had it. Yeah,
Were they okay now, or?
everyone I know has been fine. Yeah.
Okay, okay. Now, what's happening now in Lincoln, especially? I mean, you know, in your country,
Well,
what happened?
I don't know exactly. I mean, it's pretty much it's just a normal life. Like it's a normal life again, but people are just a little bit careful what they do. So
Mhm.
if somebody wants to make a big event, usually it's probably outside, or there's lots of windows open. But no, I mean, God, look, I'm going to an event. I'm going in November in London. I'm going to like a a festival thing, and it's going to be all indoors, and I'm going to meet Alice Cooper. Do
All
you know
right,
Alice?
okay,
Yeah, yeah. So I'm going to
nice.
meet my rock star hero. And yeah, people will just go there, and that will be it. So it's
Right,
normal.
right. So, do they all vaccinated? Um,
Some no, some yes.
what about you? Do you?
Well, that's kind of a personal thing, isn't it? So I
Oh,
can't
okay,
tell.
okay. Sorry.
It's okay. I don't really like to get involved in conversations of vaccination, but
All
I
right,
mean,
all right.
I believe that everybody has a different view. Some people really believe I must get vaccinated, and some people believe, like,
True.
this is for me. And for me, I'm all about freedom, and people can do
Yes.
what they want, as long as they're
Agreed.
not hurting other people, it's all freedom. And I respect everybody's view, and I would
Yep.
hope that they would respect mine. Yeah.
Agreed. Okay. So most people do what they you know, normally do nowadays. Just
Yeah.
maybe
Do what
a new normal. They still use you know, the masker and
We
everything.
don't, we don't use masks, but some people do use masks. Again, personal preference. If I go in a shop, I'm going to put a mask on, but there's
Mhm.
people in the shop without a mask. On Sunday or Saturday, I went to a castle and I forgot my mask. And there was a shop, but there was like four people in it, and I'm not going to rush home to go and get my mask. I'm just going to like get my ticket and go in the castle. So it's not a big deal anymore. People just do their own thing. I think that lots of people work from home a lot more, which is good and bad, whichever way you want to look at it. It's got its
Yep.
benefits and
Mhm.
everything. For me, it works really well because before they ask me to come to work, I have to commute like 2.5 hours into London. Then I have to find accommodation for the week. And then I have to leave my child. And by the time I've paid for accommodation, it's not really worth going into work. So now they phone me and they're like, oh, you have a new job. It's going to be working from home. Okay, great. Then I can pick my kid up. So it's all really good for us. But for other people, I know people have lost their jobs and lost their minds as well. Yeah, I know people that have gone crazy.
True.
They've properly gone crazy. And luckily it's not me, but nearly, but not.
Nearly, okay.
Nearly. I don't really like being locked inside a house, and anyway, especially when it's dark winter time. But there's lots of positives, and I got to homeschool my daughter, and I realised how much I really like doing that. So now she goes to school 4 days a week, and on the 5th day I homeschool her at home. So the school let me do that. So it's really nice. And a lot of people did some homeschooling. Well, everyone in the country did some homeschooling.
Right.
So I think it's been like I think it's good because everybody had to slow down, they had to stop, they had to listen, and they had to think about their lives and what they want to know and what they don't want and what they do want to do with their lives.
Right,
and
okay.
For us, I'm applying for national visa in Greece because that's where I want to live. So we're going to Greece.
And when is this going to happen though?
Well, I'm trying to apply now, and hopefully we leave in March next year. But I mean, look, we're just going to find out because I don't know how it is to live in Greece. So we go, and if we don't like it, we come back. It's no problem.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you get fined if you don't wear mask and other thing that the government requires to do though?
No.
No, in Lincoln. In your country, in London or whatever. Oh no, okay. So people just don't care anymore.
So our government, this is my opinion. So this is my opinion. So our government, how do I say this without? I don't think they're bothered how many people catch COVID, really, as long as there is not a stress on the NHS system. So that's it basically. So as long as there's not hundreds of people overwhelming the system, then they're quite relaxed about COVID because they bring in some strange rules like there's rules and rules and rules. But now the rule is, say, if somebody in a family, a mummy or a daddy has COVID, then the child still goes to school. But then I know last week my friends have COVID, their kid goes to school, but now the kid has COVID. So that's not a really sensible rule. If someone in the family has COVID and you're in the same house, then isolate it for 10 days if they don't want to stop it, if they want to stop it spreading around.
Yeah.
So they have some very silly things here.
Yeah.
So I believe that you should just look out for yourself. You do what you think is right. You look after your family, and that's how we are.
So just don't make it stress out of it. Is that what you're saying? Yeah. Don't think about it too much.
Well, for me, I don't need to think about that every day. Like I didn't walk around before COVID thinking whether I would catch flu or how many germs there are out there. Like, what sort of life is that? Like,
right, okay.
I'm not going to go around worrying about that because, life is difficult enough without having to worry about that on top of everything.
True, true.
So we just get on, we do our thing. Most of the time we've been out loads, but a lot of the time we are outside because it's been summer.
Okay.
Yeah, but soon is winter.
So what most people do in Lincoln that not, special thing about Lincoln? Tell me, what is it? Perhaps I want to go there.
Okay. Well, there's like a cathedral and a castle, and it's quite touristy and pretty. And there's not loads going on for Lincoln, really. It's not a place you come for. I don't really know what you do here. It's not, probably maybe.
Any festival or live music, things like that, the big one?
Yeah, I mean, gosh, look, there's stuff here. We have bars, and there's a showground which would have like some smaller events on the showground, like maybe a food festival or a
Right.
karaoke festival. I mean, it's nothing that you would be dying to get to, but if, like, say, for example, you want to come and visit me, then we would go to Lincoln and we'll take you to a nice restaurant. Maybe there's some live music at the castle or something, or what would we do? We have like quirky things like, you know, little cute outdoor swimming pools, or like a really old 1940s kinema, like a cinema in the woods, you know, and it's
That's
like really old.
interesting. That's quite interesting, you know, the things that you just
Yeah,
said.
I mean, it would probably be interesting for you because you haven't seen it before, but for us, it's
Yes,
just like really cool. So it's like,
I know.
we would probably go and wander around the castle and the cathedral, which is nice. And then they have like horse and cart rides, like around
Mhm.
the cathedral, and some really quaint shops. And, you know, there's a few parks here and there, but yeah, it's not London. It's a little different from London. You know, London, you're like, yeah, I'm going to go to the History Museum. I'm going to go on the London Eye. I'm going to like this crazy party tonight. It's not like that.
Right. So it's kind of quiet place, yeah, for
It's quieter. It's quieter. I mean, we have like theatres and shows and things here. Like my daughter does theatre school, and then like we go to the theatre sometimes.
you get to you go to where, sorry?
The theatre sometimes.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So, apart from you are planning to live in Greece, what sort of any other plan in the short term that you're gonna do?
Well, yeah, I'm going to start my job, and my daughter is getting on really well at school. And so nearly every weekend we have some plans to go and travel and do different things.
Hmm.
And a holiday in the UK. And Christmas we will fly to Finland to see Santa,
Hmm.
and where it's snowing, and go and have
You
reindeer rides.
you're saying Finland?
Finland, we'll go there, yeah.
Okay.
So
Okay.
we have like husky rides and reindeer rides and make snowmen and all of that stuff.
I miss snow. Believe it or not, I know you are so bored about that, but you know we
Well,
are.
we don't
We
really
never
get it here
ski here.
anymore.
Sorry.
We don't get much snow here, like hardly any snow ever, because I think of global warming. It just gets cold and we don't get snow.
Oh,
We got the
really?
tiniest bit of snow last year, and we ran out and went to the sledges down the hills and
What,
the
the
snow.
whole part of UK or just Lincoln?
No, well, Scotland will get some.
Okay.
Scotland will, but the UK, oh, you know, it depends where you live, really.
Hmm.
But not lots of snow.
Okay. So what's you gonna do for the rest of the day though?
For me,
Apart from picking up your daughter,
I don't think
spend
you
time
want to
with
know
your
what
mom.
I'm doing.
Sorry.
I have to tidy up the house because it's an uncontrollable mess. And,
Aren't we all? Aren't we all?
no, this is a really uncontrollable mess. It's just so bad. And I have to prepare for my daughter's party. So I thought, you know
What
what?
party?
Oh, she
Birthday
said
party?
birthday party.
Okay. Happy birthday.
Nice, yeah, but
Okay.
in 2 weeks. So in a week's time, I'm going to London for the week to visit a friend. So I need to just make sure that all these jobs are done before I go. And then when I come back, it's her birthday straight away. So I just need to do some sorting out and you know, admin type things, which are slightly boring. So I will put some music on, and
Okay.
and I have a little dog too. So she will probably want to play or be taken for a walk.
You know what? I think we haven't you know it's been years, yeah, since last time we saw each other, and you still got this you know, this positive attitude. This is what I like about you. And any, you know, for the last statement, any messages for the, you know, Indonesian people to,
Well,
to be, to be like you have the positive attitude.
I don't know what the Indonesian people are like, and I don't really know what's going on with COVID over there. So can you tell me?
We seriously, or in my opinion, we actually get scared of, from the news and everything. So we don't, we kind of like live in a jail, you know what I'm saying? Like, we don't have freedom, like what you were saying before. So yeah. So what messages that you can say to our country?
What takes away your freedom, though?
Sorry?
What takes away your freedom? Is it the
rules? Yeah, it's just so many rules. I think it's the same in every country around the world. But here you get fined, and you get, sort of I don't know, police to arrest you if you don't wear masks, things like that, and whatever. So yeah,
so
yeah.
So what I would do is, if the news scares you, because for me, this isn't what the news is there for. It's to scare people. So why do you listen to it?
Mm-hmm.
Turn it off. Like, seriously, turn it off. It's horrible, I think. And I think also the people on the news, like, it's just their opinion.
Yeah.
Just like you have an opinion, they're just voicing their opinion. And so for me, it doesn't really mean anything. It's quite meaningless, because people make up rules all the time and then they're changing. So, like, I just turn it off. So I listen to the radio, I listen to nice music, and when the news comes on, it goes off for a couple of minutes and then it comes back on again. And if there's something really important going on in the world, somebody's going to tell me about it.
Yeah.
Because the anxiety that is linked with the news causes fear. Fear for people. If people want to get a vaccination, get a vaccination, but don't be forced to do it out of fear.
I agree.
Like,
a few weeks ago, I went to the restaurant and the malls, and they won't let me because I haven't got vaccinated. So that's one of the reason that I said what I said earlier, that
okay.
There's no.
I haven't vaccinated either. And it's a personal reason, and I've had a lot of health problems, and I can't risk to put something in to my body that is untested and causes problems, because I've met a lot of people. I've met more people with problems from a vaccination than I have met through people having had COVID. Like, I don't know anyone who's got an existing problem from COVID, but I know plenty of people who've got an existing problem from a vaccination. And for me,
really,
yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Like,
what sort of vaccine do you have there?
I've had ongoing headaches for months and months and months. Somebody I know had, there's 3 people in my mum's close who had blood clots.
Oh my God, that's scary.
I know had a fit, healthy lady had blood clot that led to a stroke, and now she's paralyzed and is in a home for the rest of her life. Lots of stories like that, and they don't get because the press are just scare you to take a vaccination, basically. So I think, I probably shouldn't be saying this, but it's quite scary for people. They get scared, and like my auntie might phone and say, I'm really scared, I didn't take the vaccination, and then I see something on the television and it's this, and I'm like, look, that's just one person's story, and it's on the television to scare you to take a vaccination. So either take the vaccination or don't, and turn the news off, because otherwise there's no point. You're just making yourself unhappy. And I think I can understand how in your country it causes fear and it causes anxiety, because you have all of those rules, because those sorts of rules would also cause me fear and anxiety. But I mean, in Greece this summer, they decided that they wouldn't let unvaccinated people into indoor areas. This was just a summer measure. That's just a summer measure because they have a problem with COVID, because in Greece, I think nearly half of the population refused to take a vaccination.
Refused to take Vaccination in Greece.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So half of them are unvaccinated, and obviously it doesn't sit very well with the government. And they're all protesting with big signs saying, "We don't want to take your poison." Just like, oh my God. So
Yeah.
it's crazy. So everybody has to have like their rights of freedom. And so in our country, we do have our rights of freedom. So as much as I would have traveled to Greece, I've left it this year because it's really complicated and it just sounds like a problem. You know, at first I have to find out how much COVID is in Greece. Is it safe to travel? Okay, I'm unvaccinated. That means three of us need to take PCR tests. I have to log online. I have to pay. I have to do this 72 hours before. I have to fill in a passenger location form. I have to fill in some other form. And this doesn't sound like a really good holiday to me. So we decided, no, it's okay. We'll just stay here, thanks, and have a holiday here. And then when we leave next year, okay, we're going to need to have some COVID negative test to get on a plane. And of course, it's discriminatory. What's the word? I can't say.
Discriminated.
Yeah, it's discriminating because, it's going to be more problematic for us because we don't have the vaccinations, but it doesn't mean that we can't go. So we will go and we won't need to come back straight away, or I don't know when we're coming back, so it'll be okay. I mean, it's really hard when you have those rules in your country where you can't go somewhere because you haven't had vaccination. Are they going to change?
Sorry?
Are the rules going to change, or is that it now?
I think the rules are going to be changed when it's all over. But personally, I don't know whether I'm going to take that vaccine or not. I don't know. I still refuse to do that because, as you were saying, it's not tested perfectly, right?
It's not tested, and there's some talk of they don't know. There's like some active part in it. I don't really know, but they don't know how long it's active in your blood for, and it could be causing along the line autoimmune disease, and that's something you're not really going to be getting rid of. So I don't know about the testing part of it, but for me, I've had such health problems, so I'm still working out the end of my health problem with my doctor, who is a private doctor, and is like, look, you need to be better before I start ramming drugs down me. That I don't take drugs at all, ever. Like, I don't go to the doctor. I don't take drugs because they affect me really badly. So I need to be careful. Yeah.
So what do you take when you sick? When you get a headache or?
Well, if I have a headache, then it's for a reason. Maybe I haven't drank enough water, or maybe I'm tense in my shoulders. So maybe I'm going to drink some water, relax, and get a massage, and then I won't have a headache anymore. Yeah. So I don't need painkillers.
So it's a herbs thing that you take, yeah, or any traditional.
No, I can take herbs or vitamins or food. Food is also really good because there's lots of vitamins. I might just need a rest or a rest, Lots of things are caused by, our mental health, like worrying and stuff like that. So to chill out is always really good and be happy, and normally you feel better anyway.
Do you hang out a lot with your family, friends, and or the rest of your neighbors nowadays, though?
Well, I know it sounds really silly, but I don't feel that I have many friends. Like I travel around the world and lived in different places, and I keep in touch with some people. So, like, obviously, like I have one of my good friends in Taiwan, a good friend in Australia, and I have made some mum friends here. But I had lots of people in London, but they were quite transient people in jobs and stuff. So, I still have a couple of good friends there. I have a few good friends. And then I don't know, I find it harder to make friends in Lincoln because people already have their friends here. They're sort of like more smaller minded here, where in London you just want to go and you want to talk to everybody. There's really interesting people. So I meet more people in London. So I'll probably meet people next week, in London than I meet in Lincoln. But I've just started to meet some more friends here. So last week I go for lunch with these people who are really positive and smiley and happy. So we had lunch.
We need
outside.
that, yeah. We need that kind of people, yeah, nowadays.
Yeah, totally. And you know, like I realized that when I go and pick up my kid from school, it's like a whole queue of people, and more than half of them are quite negative and gossipy. And I can hear them gossiping about stuff, and I don't want to be a part of it. So I have decided to either get to the front of the queue to pick my kid up first with my headphones in so I don't have to listen to the gossip, or I go and wait until they've picked up their kids and I stand at the back of the queue. So I miss the gossip because I don't need that every day in my life. Nobody, I think, you know, if I'm going to have a message for somebody, it's to eliminate the negative things from your life.
True.
That's what I did, and I did it probably quite harshly by not deciding. So like after COVID, some of the restrictions were lifted, and some, like I had a friend round, but she continued to stand and moan about COVID, and I decided I didn't want to invite her around again. And so some of my family would moan about COVID, so I have decided not to see those people. It sounds really harsh, but it affects my energy, and then in turn it affects my health. So don't listen to the news. Me and my daughter, we put some rock music on and we rock out.
So don't listen to the news, and far away from, you know, negative people. Yeah. True.
Yeah, just think about the things that you love to do in your life and do those. And try to work out the things that affect your energy negatively and eliminate those things. So if you don't want to worry about COVID every day, then maybe don't listen to the news. And go out with like-minded people who also don't want to worry about COVID. And if you can't go indoors at the moment, then meet them outdoors somewhere and have some fun dancing outside or something.
Just do what you love to do, okay?
Just be happy and be sensible and be careful for what you need to do for family.
Still be careful,
Just be happy and live your life, because you've got to live your life.
Okay, well, it's lovely talking to you again after all these years.
I know, it's such a long time.
I know. Hopefully, I'm gonna see you. I'm gonna meet you in London or Lincoln or whatever. Yeah. Or maybe in Greece.
Have you been to Greece?
Sorry.
Have you been to Greece?
Me. Yeah, I've been to Greece before.
Oh, yeah, so lovely. And you know what's really nice there is they're so relaxed, and they're such caring and supportive communities, but also they don't have so many rules, Anto.
Really?
They don't follow the rules.
They don't follow the rules. Because half of them are, doing the protest, right?
I mean, like in general in Greece, they just don't have any rules.
Okay.
On the islands, for me, like, you know.
That's why you want to live there. That's why you want to live there. Okay.
I don't follow rules very easily.
Okay.
They make me miserable, rules.
Well, Lisa, thank you so much for the talking, and I hope I'm going to see you soon. Yeah?
Yeah, I so too.
So I'm gonna make a closing statement. Anto Sutanto dan Lisa signing out. Selalu bersyukur, tetap semangat, dan semangat berkarya. Wabil taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Kita akan ada part 2 di negara-negara lain juga. Kita akan ngobrol dengan teman-teman kuliah saya. Dan mumpung subscribe, like, comment, klik lonceng bell, share, dan lain sebagainya untuk perkembangan channel ini masih gratis. Yuk kita lakuin supaya teman-teman juga dapat gunanya menonton channel ini. Okay? Bye. Thanks, Lisa. Thank you so much.
Konsepnya tuh kayak ya seperti namanya gaya rimba. Kita rimba banget gitu. Jadi banyak tumbuhan-tumbuhannya, karena emang alam banget sih, pengen nyiptain konsep yang nature sih. Paling itu sih yang ngebedain dari rasa-rasa lain.
padahal gue udah minta pedes banget.